Interesting story, I say, this week is that right on Rikers Island, they banned like 2 months ago. They banned pornography, any porno magazines from the prison, you know, because I don't know why they did it, but now I just read the headline.
Sure, you don't need to know that part, right? Who cares about that part, right?
But now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know...
It's not all just pictures of Hairy Guy's ass.
The articles are good, actually. Yeah. Good articles on if you're buying a home, what home to buy, good areas to look.
Good stereo advice. That's what I read.
Yeah. Killer crossword puzzle. It's just a good publication. All right.
See, I just read it for Hairy Guy's ass.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show, last week he went to the Hairy Guy's Ass mansion.
Great. Why didn't you... Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
All right. So you think Dole is what?
I don't know.
You don't care anymore.
I do like that he picked Kemp. I like Kemp.
Oh, yeah?
He had a strange thing. Did you hear that quote he said? He said he's closer to minorities than the other candidates because he says he showered with a lot of black guys. Did you hear that?
What?
He says because he used to be on the Buffalo Bills.
That's right, he was a football player. Is that true? He said that?
Yeah, he said that the other day. He said he has a closer feel for the minorities because he's showered with so many black guys. But, you know, interesting story, I say, this week is that right on Rikers Island, they banned like 2 months ago. They banned pornography, any porno magazines from the prison, you know, because I don't know why they did it, but now I just read the headline.
Sure, you don't need to know that part, right? Who cares about that part, right?
But now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really? Yeah. Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know...
It's not all just pictures of Hairy Guy's ass.
The articles are good, actually. Yeah. Good articles on if you're buying a home, what home to buy, good areas to look.
Good stereo advice. That's what I read.
Yeah. Killer crossword puzzle. It's just a good publication. All right.
See, I just read it for Hairy Guy's ass.
Interesting story, I say, this week is that right on Rikers Island, they banned like 2 months ago. They banned pornography, any porno magazines from the prison, you know, because I don't know why they did it, but now I just read the headline.
Sure, you don't need to know that part, right? Who cares about that part, right?
But now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really? Yeah. Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know...
It's not all just pictures of Hairy Guy's ass.
The articles are good, actually. Yeah. Good articles on if you're buying a home, what home to buy, good areas to look.
Good stereo advice. That's what I read.
Yeah. Killer crossword puzzle. It's just a good publication. All right.
See, I just read it for Hairy Guy's ass.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show last week he went to the Hairy Guy's Ass mansion.
Great. Why didn't you... Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
All right. So you think Dole is what?
I don't know.
You don't care anymore.
I do like that he picked Kemp. I like Kemp.
Oh, yeah?
He had a strange thing. Did you hear that quote he said? He said he's closer to minorities than the other candidates because he says he showered with a lot of black guys. Did you hear that?
What?
He says because he used to be on the Buffalo Bills.
That's right, he was a football player. Is that true? He said that?
Yeah, he said that the other day. He said he has a closer feel for the minorities because he's showered with so many black guys. But, you know, I don't know if that's, well, how you want to pick your presidents, right? Showered with a lot of black guys?
I don't know.
I mean...
You're picking Dole because he can do an impression.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, your reasons aren't much better.
If I was going to pick a guy, just because he showered with a lot of black guys, I'd pick Andy or somebody like that, you know? You know?
People don't have to know that.
No, he used to play ball. He used to play college ball.
Sure, he was, yeah. In every branch of the armed forces.
Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
No, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I don't know.
Insane.
No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn.
What's...
Seriously.
It's fine.
That was a long one. Okay. No, I'll tell you something about gay porn. Seriously.
Okay.
That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. No, I don't know.
I thought I heard patriotic music playing behind that speech.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to talk about Bob Dole. This guy's my hero.
First ruined my reputation, you know.
I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
Oh, I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes girls.
Does this happen every time you try and talk about Bob Dole? You start talking about gay porn.
I know, I don't know what that was. But listen, the Bob Dole, I love this guy. He's my hero. He's always been my hero for like the last 18 years since I was very young. And I always liked Bob Dole. And so it was an honor to... Now it sounds weird because I was talking about gay porn. But
I'm questioning your ability to continue here.
before I start with my jokes, I just want to say, like, I said a thing on last show about Andy enjoying gay porn.
Right, I remember you saying that.
And I thought later, that was just a stupid thing to do.
Well, I guess it was all forgotten until you just brought it up.
So, he doesn't like gay porn, you know? He doesn't like gay porn. So anyway.
I can't stand gay porn.
Right.
Gay porn, no thanks. So if you're getting me a birthday present, no gay porn.
I'm glad you know, that's great because it really cleared the air.
Yeah.
I understand you Lent. You take Lent pretty seriously, the Catholic holiday of Lent. Is that the case?
Well, you have to give up stuff on Lent. So every year on Lent, I give up stuff. And I made up a list, you know?
Oh, really?
Of stuff that I gave up. So I have it here in my pocket. Can I read it?
I would love to hear what Norm gave up for Lent. Yeah. Why
I don't have it in my pocket.
not? You don't have it?
Oh, here it is. It's in this pocket. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, this is a list of things that I gave up for Lent. Okay, you ready? I gave up powerlifting.
All right, out.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that anymore. And then I gave up lifting of any kind.
Okay, that's good.
And then I gave up dressing up like an incubus. Now that people know what it is, you know.
Not going to do that.
No. And then I gave up. This isn't a good one. I gave up feeding my cat.
You got to break that habit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Lent's a good time to do that.
So that's. Oh, and then I gave up spending thousands of dollars trying to methodically seduce Andy's wife.
No more of that, huh? All right, that's very nice. Good for you.
What a relief. Plus, it gets in the idea that Andy has a wife.
Andy has a wife.
Oh, he does, I know.
I have a wife.
I know.
And
He has a great wife.
I don't like gay porn.
No, he has an excellent wife.
Don't like it.
Well,
Not for
okay.
me.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we're all going to confer with our lawyers. And then we're going to come back, and we'll have more with Norm MacDonald in just a second. All right, we're back, everybody. Stop comparing notes on gay porn, all right?
No! We were actually talking about the Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit issue.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You guys like that issue.
No,
Yeah.
I love it. Andy
It's
said,
fun to play
Andy
this
said it's
game.
his least favorite Sports Illustrated.
Oh, shut up.
He says he can't.
Never mind. I'm going to say something.
Andy, you don't, it's like quicksand. If you struggle, it gets worse.
I know.
You just gotta sit very still and it'll go
say
away.
something bad.
You're in Los Angeles now,
Yeah.
okay, and you're doing this show. Do you like the LA? You like it there?
I don't like it that much, no.
Why? Why don't you like it there? It's beautiful and, you know, I think you'd, no?
Well, it's hot, you know? It's really hot. And, is that what you're getting to?
I don't know. I thought you had a story about being in LA. Do you want to talk about midgets some more?
Just whisper the story in my ear.
You said you were carrying bags of groceries?
Yes, exactly. That's the story. But it started off with it was hot in L.A. And this is a bad, lame story. But
So let me get this right. You can't remember it. We just revealed that we talked about it in the hallway beforehand, and now you're telling people it sucks. You want to go for it?
yeah, I'll tell it. No. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not that.
I want to see him do it now.
So this
We've
is
set up a lot. You're going to make me cry. I believe this is all spontaneous.
Sorry, Junior. You don't like LA because it's hot.
I was talking to Andy before the show, and apparently I made a mistake one time in the show where I intimated that maybe Andy was into gay porno. You remember
Right.
that?
I didn't, but now I do, yeah.
Which he was not, which he's not into, and I never meant to intimate that he was gay in any way.
Right.
Just that he had an obsession with watching gay porno.
Okay, okay.
There is a difference.
Everybody loves gay porno.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
So anyway,
Baseball.
so I said I'm sorry. He said, you know, I said I'm sorry about that.
Right.
And I said I would never mention again his alleged obsession with gay porno.
Right.
And I won't. But anyway.
We're going to run that on a loop. Play it over and over again.
Well, he's got a wife.
Yeah, I know. What are you talking about? I know that.
Have you ever met her?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What are you
Yes,
talking
she
about?
does exist.
She
No,
does
I know
exist.
She exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell the people. I don't want them to think that Andy's into gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. Unless you're not gay, and then there's something horribly wrong with it.
That's when it goes awry?
Yeah, that's when it's the worst thing you could be is gay when you're not gay.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to miss Andy on this show, man.
Oh, yeah,
He's got to leave, huh? How bad is that, huh?
Yeah.
He should stay. You want him to stay. You should stay.
Good move.
You should stay.
You just
Get
killed
him booing.
Yeah, you killed everyone's joy tonight.
No, I swear to God, though, when you sit on a couch for the living, you should think about not giving that up. That's a great job. You sit on a couch, and you sit on a chair.
It got to be too much, though. I'm looking to lay down.
Got to tone it down a bit.
No, but you're a great man, and I'm going to miss you on the
Thank
show,
you.
man. You're a
Thank
great
you.
man, isn't he?
Thank you.
Great.
Maybe he'll change his mind.
Maybe.
I keep asking him.
Yeah.
He's like, nope.
Maybe if the internet, they start like writing "Save Andy," you know what I mean? It's not save him because
It's not save him,
he's
it's his
leaving.
choice,
I don't
yeah.
know.
That's the hard thing.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I was broken apart by you.
He's good, man. He's good.
That's a can
came charging out like
Yeah,
a...
because Peter, look at this audience, man. They don't care about that. Why? They like jokes.
The Swedes are with you.
They got flags. They got flags.
Yeah, they got flags and they're scoring you. You've got 3 9s and an 8 so far.
Wow.
For your
Where are you
entrance.
guys from, man? Oh, sweet. That's Sweden?
Yeah.
God bless you, man. Everything's good about, you know, you're an Irishman. Me mother, she was orange. Me father, he was green. It was the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. I'm Scottish. I'm a Scot. You're Irish.
Yes.
What are you?
Swedish German.
Swedish German. Are you really?
Yeah, really. Why would I lie about that? It's not funny.
It's very odd, 'cause
It's a very strange lie. I put one over on those people. Yeah.
Swedish German.
No, I'll tell you why it's funny, man, because I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
I met a good old boy down there, and he said, he said, you know Andy Richter?
Yeah. Yeah. He did?
Yeah.
You met a guy in Georgia and he said, you know Andy Richter?
Oh, yeah, you guys do well there.
Oh.
And he said, I said, yeah. He said, have you ever heard of Andy Richter joke? I said, no. He said, well, most of it's based on him being Swedish German. And then he told me an Andy Richter joke. And
Really?
But I didn't know he was Swedish German. I thought it was all nonsense.
Yeah, well, now this lines up perfectly. Let me ask you something, because it sort of relates to the first...
Wait, don't you want to hear the joke?
No. Oh, you're done.
It's stunning how Jay Leno outfoxed you again.
Yeah, he's good.
I know. You think, like, everybody's like, oh, I'm Jay Leno. They do the voice and everything. Meanwhile, he's the shrewdest guy. He outfoxed... You're in good company. He outfoxed Johnny Carson, David Letterman. Every 10 years, some redheaded rube shows up. So that's the phone call you got.
Yeah, yeah.
Your agent's like, there's good news and bad news. You are doing the Tonight Show. It's true. Mm-hmm. But remember that discussion where you said, I'll never have to follow Leno again?
You came over, didn't you?
A little fighting, a little fornicating. What's he, an old pirate all of a sudden? Ah.
You notice how I didn't say it's 11?
Hey, 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 hey!
No, because it's 11:30.
It's that Tonight Show now, buddy boy.
That's what I'm trying to point out. It's 11:30.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got more.
Hey, Yoko Ono is not mad about you this week.
Mad about you? Okay, that way I remember.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. She'll be playing a conniving bitch who broke up the Beatles.
All right, hey, hey.
Is she that beloved? It's interesting what you say when you go, like, America's the greatest country in the world or something, because, like, imagine, like, you're just saying that on account of you live there, because let's say you hear a guy who goes, hey, man, Kenya, that's the greatest country in the world. You better believe that.
Hey, 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 hey.
Norm's working blue.
No, no.
Okay, so, here's a windmill.
Wait, you're not me?
Norm! You're too often to attack and fly away.
I love you. Let's bump the pit bulls.
Not salad tossing.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to return to my former sexual lifestyle.
Well, yeah, what's that?
It's trying to find a lady and convincing her to let me lie down on top of her.
That sounds so romantic, the way you describe it. I want to lie down on top of you and take a nap? What do you... Doesn't sound
Well,
like...
I'm just saying I'm very simple. I don't need no, I don't need no where they whip your balls or anything.
Okay, all right.
I'll tell you this.
What's that, Norm?
My doctor told me I'm on the same dose that they give to the donkey for the second show in Tijuana.
Okay, now listen.
For the second show, you know?
Why do I continue to have you on? And yet I love it.
No, the second show.
You've already started the wrong end. Look, that's the bit there.
All right, all right. Well,
So
okay.
just top and tail it like that. Look, come on, wake up, stand
I'm
there.
up to 4 segments. Why, you didn't tell me a number of seconds.
No.
He wants the edges off, I think. Hey!
Turn it around. Okay.
What?
Come on, no. You're gonna be tight. Tight.
He does it and then goes, look what Norm did.
He's nice and tight.
This is not going to air. This will never be seen by anybody. This will never be seen by anybody.
Just concentrate.
We've learned.
Norm, you're making me feel dizzy standing there looking busy. Right, here we go. Okay, come on,
I'll tell you one thing, man, I'm not eating this.
Why are we even having a cooking segment at this point? Why would there even be a cooking segment? Why would anybody even have a cooking segment with you people?
Here we go.
When did you hit bottom? I said, I don't know. The cool part of it was the girls all get up, right? And all their stories are all the same. Whenever they hit bottom, every story is the same. They're like, when I hit bottom, I a guy for a drink, and you're like, oh. Every guy.
Couldn't we just take them out of the studio for the Norm part and then bring...
Forget about that. I got to do brothers and sisters, I have none. But this man's father, he is my father's son. She goes, I don't know. Who is it? Some cab driver back in New York.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer remains.
True, man. One time my buddy was with a hooker, he was telling me.
Wait a minute, you have a hooker story?
Yes.
Here we go.
And he said that he phoned me up once. He was in Vegas, and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm with this hooker, but I think she ripped me off, man, because she took the money, right? Oh no, yeah. She said something about like I'm gonna go into the bathroom to get a towel to wipe off your balls or something." O.J. Simpson's new fitness video was released this week, and hitting the shelves next week, Simpson's newest video, Dorf on Stocking. The crowd is torn. Liza Minnelli has gotten word she'll have to have a hip replacement operation. This marks the first time in 15 years that the name Liza Minnelli and the word hip have been used in the same sentence. Well, let's get to O.J. O.J. Simpson's lawyers say they don't want the families of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman in the courtroom during the trial. They're afraid the presence of the family members will just remind O.J. of how much more killing he still has to do. And finally, the Oscar nominations were announced this week, and Tom Hanks and Jodie Foster are in a heated competition in the Academy's controversial new category, Best Retard. To illustrate the point that their client is running out of money to defend himself, O.J. Simpson's lawyer said this week that if he had to do it over again, after killing his victims, O.J. would now rob them as well. That one you find troubling? New medical research shows that men and women have different food cravings. Men preferring meat and women preferring sweets. Scientists trace this back to caveman days, when men had to go out and hunt for food, while women sat on their fat asses eating chocolates. This was Colin Ferguson's first week in prison. Ferguson has reportedly dismissed his cellmate, and from now on he will be acting as his own bitch. And finally, due to a change in policy, Amtrak employees will no longer be able to kick homeless people out of Penn Station based on the way they look. From now on, they will have to go solely on urine stench. This is our top story tonight, this week in the O.J. Simpson trial. After grisly photos of the murdered Nicole Brown Simpson were shown in court, O.J. turned his head away and wept. It was at that moment that he realized he would never be able to kill her again. Actor Charlie Sheen is reportedly engaged to model Donna Peel. Friends of Sheen say they knew Sheen was serious when he took Donna home to meet the hookers. Meanwhile, Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry attended the march and called it a beautiful display of unity and solidarity among African Americans. His only complaint, the complete absence of crack. In publishing news, Magic Johnson has received a $5 million advance from Random House for his new book entitled What You Can Do to Avoid AIDS. Chapter 1, Don't Have Sex with Me. Officials at the Philadelphia Zoo report they have actually been able to preserve sperm from an endangered one-horned rhinoceros. The sperm will remain frozen at the zoo until Michael Jackson comes by with a check and picks it up. "47-year-old Adrienne Brown, wife of soul legend James Brown, died suddenly last week. Most shocking of all, she was not killed by James Brown. Finally, some good news. According to her doctor, legendary actress Katharine Hepburn is recovering nicely from her recent illness, and they have even upgraded her condition to decrepit. So that's a nice... That's nice. Well, you don't like her? You don't like Katharine Hepburn, for God's sake? As Baltimore and Cleveland met this week in divisional playoff action, the big story in baseball continues to be Orioles second baseman Roberto Alomar. Under a dark cloud. Yes, none of us like him. Well, according to a new Entertainment Weekly poll, 72% of their readers say they would not be offended if a TV show lead character were gay. Though that figure shrinks to 1% when these same readers are reminded that being gay can involve anal sex. This weekend, veteran news anchorman David Brinkley apologized to Bill Clinton for an election night commentary in which he called the president, quote, boring and uncreative. Admitted Brinkley, there was certainly nothing uncreative about the way you moved Vince Foster's body. The president's a murderer. You didn't know that? O.J. Simpson was in a different courtroom this week, attempting to regain custody of his 2 children. In order to prove to the court how much he loves his kids, O.J. pointed out, quote, hey, they're still alive, aren't they? According to O.J. Simpson's niece, Terry Baker, when O.J.'s mother, Eunice Simpson, first heard about the slaying of Nicole Brown, she exclaimed, he did it. Reached for comment, O.J. said, my mom was just guessing. I hadn't even told her yet. In South Dakota, inmates at the state penitentiary say that a new policy which allows officials to read their mail is an example of the routine violations of individual rights in prison. A better example would be the daily anal rapes, but I guess they want to start off small and then work up to the daily anal rapes. You know, they'll start off with the reading their mail, you know. Yesterday, the House Budget Committee approved that line of the deal between President Clinton and congressional leaders to balance the budget. But both sides caution it is not set in stone. In order to become official, of course, it must still be approved by this Chinese guy here. He's got a... Boo, what the hell? Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. That Madonna's baby thing.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Oh,
you know, it's, I really have to give it to that guy that's the father, you know, Carlos...
Leon.
Carlos Leon.
Or Carlos Leon, I forget which one.
Because you got to have a lot of guts. That means he had sex with Madonna without a condom. Right? That's great. Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy. He's going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon.
Really?
Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it. I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. Some of my strongest material comes from real life.
Real life?
Like, for instance, today I was driving in a car. You were kind enough to bring a car to bring this old chunk of coal here to the studio.
We send cards for our guests, yes.
Yeah, so I got in it, and I get material that way. So my driver...
What do you mean? How do you get material that way? You get in the car, and what happens?
My driver tells me a joke.
Guy goes into a dentist's office. Yeah. Dentist said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I think I'm a moth."
A moth?
A moth. He said, "What?" "I think I'm a moth." He said, "Well, you have mental problems. You need to go see a psychiatrist." He said, "I know." He said, "You're in a dentist's office." He said, "I know." He said, "What are you doing here? Why did you come here?" He said, "The light was on."
That's a good joke.
It's a great one.
And you're going to tell it now on the show?
Yeah, that's how I get a lot of my material.
Okay. Why don't we just have him on next time?
That guy. No, wait till you hear me do it. So the guy, he goes, I say, I'll be the guy.
Okay.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, all right.
You are correct. When I came to Hollywood, Andy was a good friend to me.
Oh, he was nice to you when you first came here?
He was absolutely. We had nothing, you know. We were just starting out. I was working at Artie's deli coffee shop. Bussing tables, you know, and stuff like that. And he was always there to help me and stuff. He was the first guy I actually met. He was he had some pylon on the TV and stuff, and he was really so sweet to me, you know. And he said, I want to invite you over to a Hollywood party. No, I was just a farm boy from Canada, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Canada, yeah. And a big nation up to the north.
Sure, yes, powerful nation. Lovely people.
So I said, wow, here's my, you know, Andy Richter's going to show me, I'm going to go to a Hollywood party. How exciting, you know. So he said, yeah, he said, it's going to be a pretty wild party. You know, I'm not used to wild parties. I said, what is a wild party there? You know, I don't get out much. He says, oh, you know, he's like a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating, you know. I said, wow, man, that sounds pretty good. I said, what time should I show up? He goes, anytime, it's just the two of us. Now,
He said, welcome to the neighborhood. I know it's not exactly a neighborhood. I live 40 miles from here. But if you're interested, tomorrow night, I'm throwing a welcome to the neighborhood bash. There's going to be a lot of barbecue, some drinking, some dancing, and some wild sex. Would you like to come? And Morty said, sure, but what should I wear? The cowboy said, it doesn't make any difference. It's just going to be the two of us.
last week at a dramatic press conference about the crash of TWA Flight 800, ABC News correspondent Pierre Salinger displayed a document which he believes is proof that the jet was shot down by a U.S. Navy missile. Later, he proudly showed reporters his solid gold Rolex that he bought on the street for just $15. That's one ugly bastard, isn't it? Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? Huh? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice. A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off. Which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore. And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds, 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th, and it's going to be named Michael Jackson Jr. Michael plans to be with the mother during the delivery, in his words, to make up for not being there for the Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th. It's conception. The last word was conception, so... Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy. He's going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon.
Really?
Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it.
I came in and he was supposed to be the my guide through SNL, and it turned out that he is a shit stirrer.
I'm not going to guide any lady through comedy. That would take me, first of all, I'd have to figure out how a lady could do comedy. You know? And then I'd have to... Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. Here we see the president and the first bitch. Gosh, Hillary looks pretty in this photo here, doesn't she? Never realized she was such a looker till I see her here in this picture. But you see, the only way Bill Clinton, or Bob Dole can win, really, is if Bill Clinton is rocked with more scandals. You know, there's every day a new scandal comes up, you know. I heard this one today, terrible scandal, apparently. Way back when he was governor of Arkansas, Bill Clinton, apparently, he got really drunk one night, and he had sex with Hillary.
Wow.
That's no good.
That's a shocking thing.
Yeah. And how long have you been married?
7 months.
7 months, which is a record.
No, this is the first, I've been married, Larry, but I've never been married.
Married.
This is married.
Married like...
She's my friend, like I love her.
I see. That's what Clinton says about his wife, isn't it? In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar. You know, of course, they say the White House is haunted. Did you know that? And I thought this was kind of sad. I heard last night that President Clinton charged Abraham Lincoln's ghost $10,000 to sleep in his own bed. So that doesn't seem right to me, you know? I mean... No. But look, the president, you know, has come under a lot of fire for raising money, but, you know, he's good at raising money. That's not a bad thing. Every president's done it. It's just that President Clinton is very, very, very good at it. Do you know he has organized in the past year over 100 fundraising dinners and over 200 fundraising midnight snacks? Did you know that? Is he laughing? Is he...
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. He's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that, so it'd be good to get the... See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Who are the murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without...
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen, we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing,
Why?
Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara. So I'm now going to ask the next
I
question.
thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up. Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
Norm.
The people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine, you remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now, with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so goddamn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
Unfortunately, the radio station launched the day after Princess Diana died, so it was it wasn't quite the sort of fanfare and celebration.
Now
a bit like when Farrah Fawcett died, and then it was usurped by Michael Jackson.
Somebody told me the Queen murdered her.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Yes, that's well known in England, yeah. I'd like to apologise to the Queen.
According to an obscure 14th century law, British Army Captain James Hewitt could be hanged for having an affair with Princess Diana. The punishment for having sex with Princess Diana is death. The punishment for having sex with Princess Anne is having sex with Princess Anne. In other book news, Prince Charles released an autobiography in which he states that he never loved Princess Di and that his father pressured him to marry her. The book is entitled, Of Course O.J. Did It. I mean, come on. Queen Elizabeth II visited Russia this week, becoming the first English monarch to set foot in the Soviet Union. The visit, which will last for 2 weeks, is expected to have absolutely no effect on anything whatsoever. New York City doorman Lenny Ladenhoff nearly fell over from shock when Princess Diana confided to him that she was feeling horny and invited him to drop by her hotel suite Thursday evening. Way to go, Lenny! Last week, Queen Elizabeth won 10 pounds in her country's national lottery. However, she has no plans to quit her job as Queen of England. Yeah, I knew. You think I didn't know? A blind man felt Princess Diana's face last week. and said she is the prettiest woman I've ever seen. He then picked up a toilet plunger and said, "Thank you for this royal scepter. I shall treasure it always." And now a correction to a story we ran last week. Prince Charles is actually the one in the middle. So we apologize for that. Well, New Yorkers were asked in a recent survey what they thought of the new slicked-back hairdo Princess Di displayed on a recent trip to the city. 38% of New Yorkers approved, 45% disapproved, and 17% said, "You stopped me for this? Now I'm going to shoot you." Former British cavalry officer James Hewitt, who was Lady Diana's secret lover, says he will never, ever disclose the contents of more than 100 love letters that she sent to him. This, according to Hewitt's new book, I Banged a Princess. In England, a much-publicized videotape of a naked Princess Diana having sex with her lover, Captain James Hewitt, has turned out to be a fake. But on the bright side, it's still a video of two naked people having sex. The Franklin Mint has announced plans to market a Princess Diana porcelain doll. And the timing of the move has made some people very unhappy. Critics charge that the doll is in poor taste, and they're even more upset about the Franklin Mint's other new offering, porcelain landmines. You can play with them together if you want. A Tampa businesswoman who bought several of Princess Diana's gowns as a collector is now putting them on display to raise money for charity. However, her method of display is being described by many as inappropriate. Still, for 4 bits, you know, it's a good deal. Well, a sad story from Britain this week. According to the Earl of Spencer, several intruders have recently broken into his family estate in search of souvenirs from Princess Diana's grave. But the Earl says he knows just how to protect the site: landmines.
I use my time you know what I do? I do a lot of charity work for things that people, I don't like arguing with people, you know, when they have another opinion than me. So what I do is I pick very popular opinions, and then I work for those people. Like, for instance, there was, you know the landmine big thing? Princess Diana, one of the greatest people who ever lived, she was against landmines. So tragically she died, you know, before her landmine crusade really got rolling, you know. And of course it was a terrible tragedy and everything like that. And then she died, and hey, how about this? Remember when she died, and then Elton John wrote that song for her, but it was the same song that he wrote for Marilyn Monroe? That seems like kind of a jip. But the king's like, hey, man, you wrote a song for my daughter? I don't know if there's a king. You wrote a song for Princess Diana? Yes. Well, you all ready? She just died an hour ago. Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote it. And here it is. She lived her life like a candle in the wind. Wait a minute. It sounds like that song you wrote about Marilyn Monroe. Well, it's a little bit. Some of the same words. Well, why'd you do that? Because they're similar when you think about it. Come on. Marilyn Monroe, she was taking crazy drugs and promiscuous, running around. Man, you know, you never knew if she was going to live or die. She's just living her life crazy like a candle in the wind, you know. And Princess Di, she lived in a castle. But, you know, they're sort of the same. They were blonde. I got to go. But anyways. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that I am very against landmines. So I will go and I will make, you know, I'll go to protests, you know, and I'll have a big sign that says, no more landmines. Because if you don't know about landmines, hey, you're educating me about stuff tonight. I'll educate you a little about landmines, you know, because there's many different causes, you know. And landmines are terrible. What they are is they put them underneath the earth, and then you step on them, and they blow you up. So I go there, and I protest against them. And what's fun about it is there's very few counter-protesters. You know, there's a couple of guys out there, but clearly these guys are in the pocket of the, you know, big landmine companies in this country. You know? I don't mean to get all Bill Maher on you or anything, but if you think that the landmine companies in this country care about you, the little person, they don't care about you. They care about blowing you up when you're not expecting it. That's how they make their money. No.
He did this bit for us that he insisted on doing.
Sully Sullenberger?
Yes. He did a bit where he came out and he's like, yeah, Conan, I've made a movie. And I'm like, oh, really? You've made a movie? And yeah, I funded it myself. And it was about Sully Sullenberger, who landed.
Sully Sullenberger biography.
Yeah, biography about the pilot who landed the plane. And I think maintained that he did this. He had this idea before Tom Hanks. So he's a little indignant.
Well, it was actually, we showed it before Hanks ever made the movie.
Oh, is that true? Okay,
yes.
All right. It was 2009.
It was right after Sully Sullenberger heroically landed on the Hudson.
And so he shot this thing, and he got to our show early, and of course it looks like shit because we just had
it's fast,
with the barest cockpit set.
Are you familiar with Sully Sullenberg?
The captain
who
landed the plane on the Hudson. Everybody knows Captain Sully Sullenberger.
Everybody now knows who he is. I've known him for quite a long time.
You knew him before this whole thing happened?
I knew him 10 years ago.
You knew Sully Sullenberger, the captain who landed the plane on the Hudson, that long?
Yes.
10 years?
Yes. And I, as soon as I first met him, I thought there's something special about this guy, and I bought his story.
You're kidding. That's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah, I met him in, where did I meet him? Airport. I met him. It was a Sbarro's.
Uh-huh. That adds up, yeah.
And he was getting pizzas. He was getting pepperoni. But anyway, whatever. So
to this day, I don't know what that sketch is.
Well, it was a dry bit. It was a very dry sketch.
It was one of the driest things I've ever seen.
So the idea is that Sully Sullenberger heroically landed on the Hudson like around that time.
Yeah.
He made this movie about Sully Sullenberger, but 6 months it's been in the can. So he was looking for an ending.
Yeah.
And this guy lands. So basically,
no, the joke is
the clip
he made a movie about Sully Sullenberger before he heroically landed the plane on the. So,
so the clip is him landing on the tarmac. That's
successfully. He successfully lands the plane
and says, "Thanks for flying American Airlines.
Yes,
have a good day."
So I heard you made a movie. This is going to be a huge movie. You have the movie of Captain Sully Sullenberger.
Yeah, I could. But save it up for the thing. Now listen, you know why you're standing up here. I'm just kidding you. I love you. That's why. Hey, you wanna land this?
Yeah.
Pretty well lands itself. But mostly, I know there's not enough time, but mostly we talked about it was a love story.
What? A love story with who?
Him and his wife, Lori Sungelberger. What was her name? I wrote this bit 25 minutes ago.
clip or should we get out of here?
No, we should do the clip.
All right, take a look at this clip.
Sully, why didn't you give me a seat? Why do I
break it here, I guess?
A clip, and this must have an exciting footage.
Well, well.
This story, the end of this story is incredible. When the engines go out and
The movie's been in the can for 6 months.
you made a movie about Captain Sully Sullenberger, and you finished it before he even crashed the plane on the Hudson, landed it?
Yeah, and it's too bad, man, because I was struggling for an ending for a long time. It's called Sully Sullenberger. Sully Sullenberger.
Burger. You clearly spent 10 years you've known this man? You didn't you forgot the at the end of his name?
I call him by a nickname, whatever. It's called Sully Sullenberger, Airport Pilot. But anyways, I brought a clip.
Oh, let's take a look at the clip.
Oh, can I say something?
Yeah, yeah.
I play Sully.
You play Sully in the movie? We have to see this now. Unbelievably, this was shot before the incident that made him famous, but let's take a look.
On behalf of U.S. Airline, we know you have a lot of choices to make, and we're glad you chose us. Have fun in Kansas City, everybody. It's not a good ending.
It's a terrible ending.
It's the worst possible ending. I keep saying reshoots, and they have no money for reshoots. They're like, I said a long shot of the Hudson. Nothing.
No, that's not going to do it.
And he insisted on using the woman who did his makeup, Deborah Pullman. He insisted on using her in the bit, even though it's not even clear why he needed her in the bit.
His wife, played his wife.
Yeah, played his wife. And
I have to stand here for the whole flight?
I told you, it's cheaper.
So the joke is that, amazingly, a director decides to make a movie about a random pilot, Sully Sullenberger, and makes it about a successful landing before the most dramatic landing in the history of aviation. And he showed this thing. I think he had a fake mustache on.
Yes.
But he's barely, and this is another thing I love about him. He didn't care at all about the craft of acting.
Yeah.
And I'll watch.
And now we return to Sunday Morning with Charles Garreau.
Well, it seems that's all the time we have this Sunday morning. It has come time for us to part, you and I, for I am retiring from CBS News. I have been on the road now for 37 years, and I will miss it. I will miss it much. I will miss the thunder of the big diesels as they roar by me. I will miss the inviting windows of well-stocked general stores reflected in the rearview mirror. I will miss the sight of young cottonwoods and old rattlesnake nests, of winds that blow and rivers that flow. But mostly, I will miss the sex. For that is what brought me to the road in the first place, so many years ago. The promise of sex with a string of anonymous partners across this great land. And oh, how that promise has been fulfilled. There was Thelma Ober, a frail old woman of 75, whose pumpkin pies have been well known to the residents of Cornwall, North Dakota for years. Every afternoon, Thelma leaves her house and strolls gallantly toward town. And wherever Thelma goes, the birds of Cornwall follow. Miss Thelma Ober is known as the Bird Lady, and I had sex with her. I remember Sarah Little, who lived at the end of a long dirt road in the piney woods of Arkansas and is the best friend a dog ever had. She owns over 450 of them. Oh, and just one more thing. Sarah Little is the town dog catcher. And oh, one more thing. I had sex with her. And I will not soon forget old Ned Harrigan. From Monkland, Maine, the proud possessor of a ball of twine 67 feet around. If he ever unrolled it, it would stretch from Monkland, Maine to the Gulf of Mexico. But, of course, Ned didn't want to unroll it. He wanted me to have sex with his wife. And so I did. And wouldn't you know it, old Ned watched. And I think he learned something, as did we all that balmy August Monkland night. Yes, there were hundreds and thousands more. None of them were very attractive, I suppose, even by backwoods standards. But I couldn't care less. What's done is done. Anyway, those days are past now. I will retire tomorrow and busy myself with more solitary diversions. Perhaps you'll find me knee-deep in a bending piece of water known as the Madison River, trying to fool a trout with a bit of floating feather. Or maybe I'll be practicing something called autoerotic asphyxiation. A curious diversion Eric Severide introduced me to, and I've grown quite fond of. And so, tiddly widdly toodaloo. All I want is to stay with you, but here I go. Goodbye.
Some days we get closer. Things that we never really needed. Promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over if we never got a chance to break away.
Where's Norm? Oh, Shelley. In the 6 weeks you've been gone, he's been under a lot of stress lately, and there's something I ought to tell you about Norm. Oh, my God.
Oh, hey, Shelley.
Norm, what happened?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I got a new shirt. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I'm a big fat guy now.
It's about your friend.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, but Bill Maher is giving away the solution to all our problems for free. He is, isn't he?
Norm MacDonald died yesterday. Did you know Norm well?
Well, not well. No one knew him well.
Yeah, no one knew him well. I worked with him. I spent a great deal of time with him, and I feel like I never knew him at all.
But huge fan. A guy who was not afraid to be too subtle for most people. That's ballsy. You know? He did the jokes he wanted to do. I love that.
You believe in Lord? I do.
You do? Are you religious?
I believe in God.
I do too.
That's as far as I go.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't need your buddy Bill Maher telling me I'm an idiot.
I don't like when atheists say all that shit. It pisses me off too. I'm glad you said that.
They don't know shit either.
So I want you to shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So who asked you?
I've never got the answer to the one question, which is why? Why Connecticut children? Why? Why a bomber in Boston? If there is a God, he's omnipotent.
Yes.
If he's omnipotent, he could prevent it.
Yes.
Why didn't he prevent it?
I don't know, man, but you got to
don't
stop
get in.
hanging out in that hot tub with Bill Maher all the time. It sounds like you got a God-shaped hole in your heart.
What the hell are you talking about?
Interesting thing. Some comedians, Larry, I feel, a comedian, what he should be doing is being funny. That should be his goal, to be funny.
I feel some comedians, their goal is to be smart. And the funny is like a collateral thing. They want to be seen as smart. Your friend Bill Maher, for instance, you know, he wants to be seen as an intellectual.
Dennis Miller.
Nobody likes a guy smarter than them. That's the worst guy you can be. A guy smarter than the audience. They're going to hate you, you know?
Yeah, it's a very good observation.
All right, let's talk a little bit about China because, Paul, you are an expert. This is your book. As you can see, it looks like many of the menus that you get in restaurants.
I said it had to look like a Chinese menu.
It really does.
It must look like
exactly like a menu. But I know you know a lot about it, and I don't, but here's what I think.
Don't be silly. I heard you speaking Mandarin backstage.
Clinton just re-upped the most favored nation status, which some people have said we shouldn't do. They say we should break off relations with China because China, admittedly, has, you know, as bad a human rights record as Don King. I don't know. It's just bad. But China is a very isolationist country. Historically, they built a wall. I don't know if you know that. And if
That's the Berlin Wall.
No. That's a different wall. That's in Egypt. And if we break off with them, I think they'll just say, well, the hell with you, and go on doing what they're doing anyway. I think the only way to bring them into the family of nations, and I know this is what the president says, but not just this president, many others, is to engage with them. Why is that wrong?
It's not wrong, but we already owe them so much money, we can't break off them. We have so many slave laborers and little kiddies earning 10 cents a day to make tennis shoes that we owe them a ton of money. We can't break off. I mean, they're not.
Of course we can break off. Of course we can break off. First of all, the president himself in 1992 attacked President Bush for coddling the butchers of Beijing. Do you remember that?
Well,
now
that
here
was
we
during
are.
a campaign.
He doesn't just want to extend most favored nation status permanently. He wants to toast them, celebrate them, honor them. I mean, can't we just trade with them? Do we have to respect them in the morning?
But the whole world, it's tough. The whole... I agree. I don't know why they're the most favored nation, but we do owe them a ton of money. The fact is that they make stuff for the whole world. Every Christmas decoration in the whole world is made in China. Forget Nikes, you know.
Well, that lets you know that the issue is money. Clearly the issue has to be money. I was telling Ariana, I saw a documentary that really detailed the whole events in Tiananmen Square. I mean, and this was some really deep stuff. And if anyone saw that, you know, they would say, well, this is wrong. How can we support any regime or any government that supports this? It was like 2 weeks of Kent State, you know, day and night. But when it's not like, clearly the issue is money.
You approved of Tiananmen Square, so did Al Haig. Everyone's saying
that doesn't make it right.
No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I think it's despicable. I think it's an abomination. I think it's an abomination. I don't think we should give them most favored nation. I agree with you.
But why not? Because if we break off, other people will trade with them, and they won't change.
Everyone trades with them.
Isn't it hubris to think that we can change China any more than China could change us by making campaign contributions?
Do you know what's the percentage?
Well, we're bending. It's not just that we're not doing anything. We're bending over. The whole world is bending over for them and saying, "Do it to me." It's not.
On that note, Norm,
stop.
But it's a fact. It is a fact. It is a fact. Because Clinton has a single-faceted policy, which is just trade, nothing else.
But also, do you know what percentage of our exports goes to China? Just 2%. So this is a big myth that somehow exports. Yes, the only 2%. That's not much. And on top of it, please explain to me why we don't give most favored nation status to Cuba, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, but we give it to China. It doesn't make any sense.
Because they got money. Cuba,
it's bucks.
Just like what about Saudi Arabia? They have human rights violations there, but they have oil. We don't even hear a peep out of that.
Well, that's where it's uneven. The policy is clearly uneven. And, right. I mean, you'd think that someone should come out and say this is what it is.
But what I find amusing is that no one knows. If people approve and say, Tiananmen Square, that's all right. but they don't know how many people got killed. They say, it's all right, might have killed a few. But no one, even Kissinger, brain that he is, doesn't know how many people got killed, but saying, it's okay. Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, they said, it's okay, you have to disperse the students. No one knows how many got killed.
Well, how many, Mr. Expert?
Well, I don't know. That's the whole point. If I knew.
I'll tell you why nobody knows, because people forget a very important thing. The Chinese are a lot smarter than us. So it's hard to criticize. But some things we excel at that they don't. I mean,
one thing
I have never seen a Chinese guy in a porno. You know what I mean?
I got to take a break. We'll be right back.
I was on Politically Incorrect a couple of times, and fuck, man, you have to have an opinion about every goddamn thing on that show. So,
or you can just do a little homework and write some jokes.
Yeah, but sometimes I remember at the break, like Scott Carter go, enough with the jokes. But I'll never forget it. Like but I'm very unlearned, and so before the show, Scott came in, who was the
producer, he's been on the show,
So he said, "What do you think about China and Taiwan?" And seriously, I only know those as words, So I was like, I don't know anything. Like, can't I have another subject? So, anyways, then we get out because he goes because Bill believes this. I mean, anyways, when we get out, we're introducing the guy beside me, the smart guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book on China and Taiwan,
right?
So fucking Bill Maher, he starts with me. He goes like, "What was it, China and Taiwan?" I go, I don't know. Fucking ask this guy. What do I know? I'm a nightclub comic. What? Like, that's what made me laugh at that show. Everyone's opinion's equal.
Right.
Right. Like a nightclub comic and an expert. And then another thing I always found funny about that show is the comedians try to be very serious, and then the serious guys are trying to get jokes.
Yeah.
So it's like...
it's not always our shining moment.
I do like Bill, though.
No, Bill's great at what he does.
Yeah.
Like he started out a straight up joke dude, and he knows his shit. And it's pretty amazing.
You know what's funny about him? I don't know if I should say this or not, but I mean he's probably aware of it. When he does his monologue, have you noticed when he does his monologue, he does Johnny Carson?
No, no, definitely. He definitely
must
models
be aware
himself.
of it.
I think that's been his style for a long time. He definitely takes the posture.
But I find it very funny because he's got the posture and the timing and everything, and he's like, and then she came in his face, but it's crazy words come out.
And Carson would have loved to have done that.
Yeah, he probably would have.
I would have got a thrill from listening to Johnny Carson because I haven't heard the guy in so long. And I love Johnny Carson. You love
me
Johnny
too,
Carson.
sure.
And so on that tape, they kept saying Johnny Carson on the 911 tape, and I thought it'd be him going like, I feel there's a yak on my chest, or something like that.
A spider monkey just peed on me. Can we get the paramedics here?
But,
Call me to say goodnight. Kiss me once or twice. I'll never let go of you. Fold me into your arms. Stay with me till
let's talk about the military a little, because an important ruling came down last week from federal judge Shira Scheindlin, who said that they could now buy at the PX on the base dirty magazine, if you will. Big military support here. It's a big military state.
There's some deprived military personnel we can see.
She also included videos in the ruling saying they were also protected by free speech, although the plots were kind of thin. No, anyway, it was called the act that she overturned was called the Military Honor and Decency Act, which for years had banned the selling of this kind of material because they said in that act that they thought it would encourage sexual harassment. When now some people are saying maybe the opposite is true. A quick session with the pet of the month, and maybe that soldier is...
You get sleepy. Don't you get sleepy?
What do you mean?
You don't want to rape somebody when you're sleepy.
Why are you sleepy?
Well, after you watch the porno. Listen, I like...
Norm, you have a strange metabolism.
Maybe it's those B12 shots you got.
Right. No,
You're in high school.
I like porno as much as the next guy, you know? And I probably like it... I probably like it 100 times as much as the next guy. But although, you know, I have been watching... this is amazing, because porno is my favorite kind of movie to watch. And yet, I've seen some pornos lately that my buddies have shown me. Have you seen these ones with all male casts? Gay pornos, they're called. These things are horrible. And there's thousands of them. They make thousands of them. They have not made one good one. And I'll tell you what the problem with it is. Quite seriously.
Yes, sir.
Quite seriously, the problem with these gay pornos and every one guys having sex with each other. Who the hell wants to see that? You know?
Maybe you're shopping in the wrong section of the store.
This is not for me.
I wonder if they can't have those in the military base then.
But these,
don't ask, don't tell, don't watch.
Right. That's an interesting question. I don't know if this ruling includes gay material on the base. Do you know?
Well, you know, it's really ironic at a time when they're trying to sensitize the soldiers. They're sending them to training on how to treat women with respect, and now they're stocking the PXs with porno magazines. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a mixed message, wouldn't you say?
Why?
Well, because these magazines degrade women. They do.
And I'll say one thing.
Why don't you just stand up for this segment? You know, like in the...
This is a little warning for people. Playgirl magazine has not got any girls in it.
I give up.
No, please, this hunk is done. But I don't see what you say. But they don't all degrade. You don't think Playboy
Well, I
degrades
don't look at
women,
them. Obviously, I don't look at
Well,
them.
then how can you speak
I've
with
read
authority
about
if you
it,
don't
and
look
I have a general idea of what's
Oh,
going on.
come on.
Have
you ever seen? Oh, you.
Yes, I have, but I don't. You know, I don't go out of my way to look for them. No, I don't.
Well, Norm has some material. In
yes, I'll
his,
ask
dressing
Norm
room.
next time. I'll call him and.
He's got
see what
thousands
he
of
thinks.
videos. But they're all male. You might enjoy that.
No.
I also loved that I found out that he died after he died. Because to me, show business, we're here for you. You're not here for us. Now, I'm not judging anybody, but there are people who, you know, whatever they're going through, they share it with the audience. Sometimes the audience loves that. I've never been in that camp. I'm not here to burden you. I'm here to lighten your burden. So the fact that Norm, now I didn't know about this, nobody knew about this. Good one, Norm.
I heard you were an ass kicker, too.
That's pretty fast.
I heard you were a rough character.
And the water...
I did. I heard stories.
That's
man.
different.
No,
The
I
water-
heard stories. I heard stories about Norm where a drunk guy comes up to him at the bar and goes, "Hey, aren't you Norm?" And he's gone. He's just suddenly gone.
None of this.
Norm's back at the bar going, "Hey, what happened? What happened to that guy?"
I was early on that Sunday in Philadelphia. I told everybody to watch it from the
and who else?
Got nothing from it.
And then
I even phoned their agent. I said, "Hey, that's a good show. Nobody's watching it, but I like it, and I'm in TV." They never got back to me.
Never
did?
DeVito's.
What?
DeVito's the EP on that show.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got an axe to grind with.
Why? Because of the fist fight I had with Christopher Lloyd back in the, at the Improv.
Exactly. You remember the incident.
Did you witness something with Norm, with Gilbert's friend Norm MacDonald, while you were there?
I did.
I heard you
yeah.
tell this story.
Well, it was It was.
Do you know this, Gil?
It's Ian Maxtone Graham, who is he's a writer. He's written on The Simpsons, and he was on SNL at the time. He might still be a writer on The Simpsons. I don't know, but he's this big, tall guy, and he was always in his jogging suit. He was always out running and working out and stuff. So he came into the writer's room there,
And Norm was smoking a cigarette, and he's not supposed to be smoking indoors at the time, But he said, Norm just light up a cigarette. So he's Jay Moore is the only one who does a really great Norm MacDonald. But anyway, he's smoking a cigarette, and Ian, said, "You're not supposed to smoke up here." And Norm said, "Yeah, don't worry about it," or something like that. And so Ian squirts him with a bottle of water, just squirts him in the face with it to put the cigarette out. And Norm took a swing at him, and they went at it, and it was pretty good for a couple of seconds. Two real tall, kind of gawky guys, swinging away at each other. And Farley broke it up. Farley just stepped in because he was, that was who he was. And, so it was, I wish it should have ended with someone going out the window, but it didn't.
An entertaining 26 seconds. 26 episodes. However many weeks you were there.
Yeah, I had some fun.
Was Norm screaming or yelling stuff at him while he was punching?
I don't think so. Yeah. I think there was pretty physical. I think nothing needed to be spoken.
Oh,
at that point.
Yeah. No, yeah, cocksucker. Gonna fucking kill you.
Herb Sargent told me that Norm punched a couple of people out there. I think it happened more than once.
Wow. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy. I mean,
he is.
He is. I think he's fabulous. I think he's very funny, and I think he's a very smart guy, and he's a very kind of sensitive guy. I mean, he just did this Larry King interview. It's on Hulu, and he's really kind of wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he teared up at the last week of Letterman. He did it was so moving.
That was amazing.
Yeah. It was a real moment.
Yeah.
Well, you and I met under unusual circumstances.
We did.
Yeah, there was a period of time in, what year was it? 96? 96. It was a very brief period of time. For 1 month, I was a guest writer over at SNL. Really wanted a job, really wanted a writing job. And it didn't happen.
Right.
And but
there's still time.
There's okay.
Oh yeah.
And one night I was having a soccer game, and you were an intern there, right?
I was an intern. So I was 19 years old, and I was an intern at SNL, and I was living in Brooklyn with my grandmother while I did the internship, and so she didn't have cable or anything, so I would hang out at SNL like after hours and just watch TV, and she didn't have a computer either. She was Amish. So I would just stay and work on the computer and watch television, and Colin Quinn and Norm MacDonald would always get into these like late night soccer games in the hallway.
Kind of driving everybody crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but as a 19-year-old, it was kind of like, this is amazing! So, yeah.
Well, I was 31, and I was like, this is amazing!
Okay, good.
I felt the same way, because I was a guest writer there, and I would jump in on these soccer games. It would be like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
And people were like on deadline trying to get the scripts done for Saturday. It was like Friday night.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with Norm, because I was sometimes I would sit in and write on Weekend Update, and Norm got into a huge fight one night.
Right.
In the soccer game.
Yes.
And it was with you.
Yes. Yes. That's true. Yeah. What had happened? You were in the game as well, I believe.
It was me and Norm against you and Colin.
Right. And so then, at some point, early in the game, Colin and Norm had been jawing at each other.
Yeah, they had been fighting.
And Norm was also trying to quit smoking, so he was extra agitated. And at some point, Norm and I got into a bit of a scrum for the ball, and I wound up clipping him in the shin. And then he got really mad, like you do when you're trying to quit smoking, and grabbed me and tried to throw me across the room, which is not how soccer's played. And I pushed him off of me because I was 19 and didn't really understand like stations of power. And then we got into a shoving match and started yelling at each other.
And Colin and I pulled you two apart.
Right, yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And the part about the story, I enjoy the story, but I enjoy the story, but the part I enjoy about the story is that the way one of the first times you and I ever had a conversation was about our period of time, both briefly at SNL, and I told you that story not remembering that you were the kid that Norm was fighting.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you went...
Yeah, that was me, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of how we met.
Yes, yeah.
This is Norm MacDonald is threatening Seth Simons on the.
What does he say?
So Seth Simons goes same energy, and he posted a picture of the Joker and Donald Trump, which is like,
Oh my God!
You fucking loser!
And fucking Norm MacDonald wrote, "Hey, you fucking piece of shit! It's you that's the Joker, a failed stand-up that kills someone who got a TV show. I cannot wait to meet you, and I will."
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
That is awesome.
Norm's just like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck.
Is it really my fault? 'Cause you try to hit me with your pity till I can't trust, but I still push on. Got me changing my ways, trying to fix it.
I'm sleeping with your wife.
You son of a bitch of a motherfucker! Huh? You sleep with my fucking wife? You do that fucking Friday night, were you? She said she's going out with her friend.
Hey, could you get my Louisville Slugger for me, please?
Oh, Norm.
The Louisville Slugger. It's an American tradition, quality, craftsmanship, and pride. You can find them all when a sporting good bears the name Louisville Slugger. We'll be back with Roseanne.
Honorable
Egan,
Norm
what are you
MacDonald.
doing?
Judge Judy's the guest. I had an idea.
Oh, you had an idea,
Yeah,
huh?
you know-
What's this?
It's my nightstick.
What's this?
Oh, that's my real pistol.
And what did I tell you about having ideas?
Good.
No, I didn't tell you that. I have an idea. My idea is to pistol whip you. Adam Egget.
Yeah.
Would you come in, please?
What's up? How'd it go?
I just wanted to compliment you. Yes, you have a very nice tie. I like your shirt.
I know him since I'm a beginner. And my first comedy club gig ever is in Catch a Rising Star, Princeton. And Norm MacDonald, this is 1990 or 91. Norm's done a few local talk shows in America, small time, but he hasn't made it in America. He's kind of got a little following, and it was a big gig for me. And I'm hosting Norm shows, and this is when Andrew Dice Clay was the #1 comic in the world. And Norm was so different than that.
Yes. Yeah.
But comedy was hot, so the club was packed every night. And Norm had this weird accent, and his jokes were long, and they were often absurd, and, you know. But here's Norm, this goofy Canadian accent, really telling these long, weird bits for 8 shows. And he probably bombed 3 out of 8 shows. Whenever he killed, which was, he would kill, when it was a sophisticated crowd, he would get him and he would kill. He would just go backstage, he'd pull out a deck of cards, and he'd make me and Rich Voss play poker with him. When he bombed, inexplicably, he would go to the exit and say goodbye to every single person. I think to entertain me. I don't know if he just loved the awkwardness of it, or he was always one step ahead of me, one step ahead of his fans, the industry. He was such a nut.
I love that. That's a committed person. But that's what I loved about him.
He was just grasping fame and figuring out how to be to be different.
And also one of the nicest, most genuine, authentic people.
Paradise with your body, I don't wanna share. We're making dynamite, explosive love intentions building in the air. Yeah. So baby, baby.
And they go, you know, coming up when Norm, because Norm started in Canada, you know, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
They go, whenever he killed in these early years, working a weekend at Yuck Yucks or something.
Yeah.
When the show was over, he'd just hide, or he'd just go in the green room and sit there. But if he bombed, which Norm is the kind of comic who, like, every other show.
Yeah.
Because he literally, like, he just didn't care. When he bombed, which was, like, semi-regularly, he would wait in the hallway to shake audience members' hands. So that they had to see him again. So they're leaving. He's like, how you doing? Hi.
That is the most gangster move.
Yeah, it totally is. But if he's like, if I kill, I don't want to do that.
Where did you go?
I had to go powder my nose.
Oh, man. I've never seen a guest do that before.
I had to go.
You ran away during the commercial break.
I ran away. I freshened up. I powdered my nose.
Freshened up?
And then I took a piss in the sink.
All right. One of the stars of that.
I think we're short a cup.
What?
Well, we should have 2 cups.
You know, we should have 2 cups. What is wrong tonight? This is the weirdest show.
Oh, here's the cup.
Wow, there we go. That's a crack team we got.
I don't know how many of you guys have been in the South, but it's like, it's a different world down there. It's a completely different world down there. It's like, have you been to the South?
I rode the rails once through the South. Ran into a guy named Kitchener Leslie. A tough man he was. But a man still the same. Now I'm thinking in Norm's cadence.
So I was ordering my coffee, and I felt this weird, like, vibe behind me. It was weird. So I turned around, and this guy was, like, reaching for me. And I'm like, whoa.
What do you mean,
I'm
reaching for you? Like, to touch you?
Yes. Don't do that. That's not cool.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not cool. So this
I
is...
grew up in Alabama.
I love the South. We have a lot of affiliates down there.
Hey.
The South. What do you always say, Norm?
Well, because I love the South, and I always say, if there was no South, there'd be no North.
There you go.
You know, this...
Exactly.
Somehow tonight, because of you, Norm, this talk show became a back porch.
Party with like my drunk, you know, the guy who's always telling those stories where you just have to sit, no, I mean, your stories are good, but you know what I mean?
What the hell was that?
No, you know what I mean, where you sit there and you're like...
Listen, I'm not going to kid you. I enjoy the occasional smidgen of whiskey. I enjoy an occasional schooner of beer.
Schooner of beer?
I'm not
a schooner of beer.
Schooner.
I'm not going to say...
What century are you from? I like a flagon every now of mead, if you will.
All right, fine. Fine, I'll be a little more modern in words that you'll understand. I occasionally enjoy stuffing my mouth full of OxyContin.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm ending this segment now.
I had a look at your Twitter feed. First of all, what do you like about Twitter? Because you're pretty good on it.
I like Twitter because you can just think of stupid things and then immediately force them on people.
What was?
I didn't know you could do a bunch of stupid things. I did because Twitter came out, I guess, a long time ago, and I thought it was people like celebrities going, "Hey, I'm eating an egg over at this restaurant, an egg restaurant or something." That's what I thought it was about. So I said, well, that seems stupid. But then my buddy was telling me, no, you can just write stupid jokes. And so I do that. And then the fun part is you read the comments and everyone hates you.
Well, what was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, benign one. You know, that's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, like I just had watched Soylent Green, you know.
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. Like, I've watched that movie like 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know. And people got so mad. Like, everybody's typing. They're like, what are you, an idiot? Of course it's Soylent Green is people, you know.
Here's another tweet. You said, I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me. And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
Academy Awards were on, so I said, "Oh fuck, I'll just watch the Academy Awards and I'll tweet all the time, all the way through the Academy Awards." And it was so fucking fun.
You liked it.
Oh my god!
You
it was like
were you vicious to the people up there? Did you find the Academy Awards boring?
They were the worst fucking Academy Awards ever.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
And did you write that? Were you honest with the people?
A couple of times, like I was like, I had a couple of ones that were maybe mean. Like I said, I think I said like. By the time this is starting to drag, by the time the dead guy montage fucking shows up, Kirk Douglas will be in it.
What was the line you had about Gaddafi?
Gaddafi was the poisonous tyrant Muammar Gaddafi, the psychopath, is missing. Geez, I hope he's all right. Sometimes people get mad at me for a tweet. It's bizarre. And sometimes it's like a real, like, benign one, you know. That's when they're usually most mad. And I remember one time, like, I just had watched Soylent Green, you know.
Yeah.
So I tweeted, I didn't know Soylent Green was people. Like, I've watched that movie like 10 times. And a guy just told me Soylent Green was people, you know. And people got so mad, like everybody's typing. They're like, "What are you, an idiot? Of course it's Green is people, you know."
Here's another tweet. You said, "I'm going to die one day. That's what really kills me." And
that's a good tweet.
That was one of yours.
I like that one.
I don't know what it is with that voice of yours. When I read your tweets, everybody that I talk to also reads them in Norm's voice. And it makes it that much funnier. Everybody started, during the Oscars, we all start tweeting our shit during the Oscars, past Oscars. And one of my buddies, Travis, actually retweeted and said, "You got to follow Norm MacDonald." I'm like, I didn't even know you were on or shit, so I started following you. And they were hilarious. Like the funny thing, when are you going to thank the computer? Every fucking tweet. When are you going to thank the computer? Just shit like that is stuff that no one else was tweeting. It's out of your mind shit.
I just found out about that Twitter shit.
It's great, and you got so many followers really quickly, and didn't have to pull a Charlie Sheen with it. It was just funny shit, man.
But when you go to hit the send, you fuck for a second. You go wait, like because it's just off the top of your head,
and it's right there, yeah. And
I don't do drugs or alcohol, thankfully, because I'm sure guys could really fuck up and say bad things.
They have.
Norm's tweets, like some of them are not supposed to be funny. They're like profound, like poetic.
I deleted a lot of that because I'd read my responses and they go, "You fucking asshole, you're funny." I'm like, oh.
That's just it. You can't stop being like, if you're funny and then you got like a serious comment. Like I would tweet some ridiculous shit, but then I'd go like, you know, Obama gave his speech. Let me give a little feedback on what I believe of Obama. You racist, fucking conservative, fucking rich motherfucker.
Some people too, fucking. Think it's serious. Like I tweeted one that I said my something, I don't know. I said like my father was brutally murdered last week, and it's only now I can look back and laugh. And then these people would fucking answer. They go like, "I'm so sorry." Like closure takes a while. So I had to go, no, it was a joke.
How does anyone read that and not, especially from you, and not think it's a goddamn joke? People are so stupid. That's something this whole thing has opened up, where you're kind of communicating with people you never would talk to or meet, that you know don't understand what a sense of humor even is. So the responses you get sometimes like hey, I was like, hey, you know, God, it's spring, but I'm looking outside and there's still a little snow on my back table. At least you're alive, motherfucker. You know,
That was from a dead guy?
I'm getting tweets from the dead. I guess he had a loved one pass on. Perhaps a father that was brutally murdered a week ago.
I guess to sum it up, everybody's a critic, huh, guys?
Your special should have been called the voice of reason.
This is the Twitter award for best Hall of Famer. Going real well. At Albert Brooks. I installed the stripper pole outside my house. Haven't caught one yet. Steve Martin to go. OMG, President Lincoln has been shot. Wait, whoa, my internet connection is so low. At Alec Baldwin, how many friggin' times I gotta say it? 27, she's 27, jeez. That's your girlfriend? At Al Yankovic, breaking news, Netflix splits off into a third company called Vernster, where you can rent nothing but Ernest P. Worrell movies for $5 a month. And at NORM MACDONALD, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. We lost a true heroin addict today.
Hey everybody, it's me, Norm. I couldn't be with you tonight because I'm on location in Spain, where I'm tweeting in Madrid, Spain. If that's a city that's in Spain, then that's where I am. And but I'd like to thank National Lampoon for the good people there. What did they do? They took a once great franchise and burned it asunder. So I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to thank everyone that helped me win this award. Except there aren't any, because it was just me and a computer. I would like to thank the computer. What else? Let me think. It's pretty cool, you know, how far technology has come. Like you people are probably saying right now, hey, look, Norm has hired an entire film crew in Spain, and now he has filmed himself at great expense and has sent the reels over to the United States, and now, but no, you could not be wronger. I am doing this on a telephone. What make you of that? I know, you're saying, hey, Norm, that cannot be right. A telephone is used for telephoning. People take a telephone and they telephone other people and they say, what time is it there? Where you are with your telephone, because it's not the same time here. But that is just the sort of Philistine pig ignorance I've come to expect of you animals. The fact is, welcome to the future. That's all I can say. Welcome to the future. And I myself love Twitter. I follow everybody, you know. I follow Shelby Firo, who, you know, who has her amusing, is angst a word? I've heard that word before. And I direct messaged her once. That's a true story. And she direct messaged me back. And it was either her or Chris Hansen. Who knows nowadays? But you can find anybody on Twitter. And I enjoy Eddie Pepitone and his tweets, which look to me to be the longest suicide note in history. But thank you for the award. And God damn, I'm telegenic.
I was at a party with a friend, and so I noticed you first. And you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood before me.
Let me ask you something.
I have a joke.
Yeah, like your Wesson Oil.
Huh?
Like your Wesson Oil joke.
Oh, my Wesson Oil joke?
Yeah.
I
Stop it, Jethro.
Well, you know what? I asked you, how are you?
Yeah?
And you went into, I believe, a 48-minute joke.
Oh,
which...
I'm sorry. There's a show called Rock of Love.
Yes, Bret Michaels, Rock of Love.
Yes,
yeah.
Bret Michaels, and he had a band called Rock of Love, and he was a
No,
big
he had a band
singer.
He had a band called Poison.
Whatever, yeah. And Poison.
Yeah.
But their hit song was Rock of Love. So, anyways, did you ever hear the Andy Williams quote, "In the future, everybody will be famous for 25 minutes"?
Yes, I think it was Andy Warhol.
Huh?
Andy Williams was Moon River.
Oh.
Andy, it's a generational thing. Yeah, okay.
These are just questions from the internet, but a lot of them are bad.
What? They're...
Huh?
What? They're...
Oh!
Okay. Let me see here. Ooh.
What is it?
Huh?
Is it a good one?
It's not good at all.
What do you got in your tooth?
Oh, shit.
Huh? It's red.
Oh, I just ate some dried cranberries.
That's what it is. That's what I thought it was. You're on television.
Is it still there?
No, it's gone.
All right.
You could steal off everyone, and then everyone was afraid of him.
I respect that.
Huh?
I respect that.
What's that?
A group of teenagers in San Rafael, California, used the term in connection to a fall 1971 plan to search for an abandoned cannabis crop that they had learned about.
Huh?
Who writes these?
Huh?
We should have this person locked up and looked at, or at least looked at.
But that gets you into hell?
Huh?
What, are you an angel? Gets you a ticket to hell?
Who knows what you're doing?
Huh? I look like a catfish hunter when I have a.
Yeah, but you know it's wrong, right?
Fruit.
But you know it's wrong, right?
Mouthful of juicy fruit? You
no,
don't.
not if it's your own. But you can't take a mouth. You can't take 7 pieces of someone else's juicy fruit.
Oh,
right?
You've had a mouthful of juicy fruit.
You've had a mouthful of juicy fruit. No, be honest. Do you think it's all right if someone hands you their pack of gum? Do you think it's all right to take 7 pieces?
I did do that.
Do you think it's all right? Is the question.
I don't think it's a mortal sin, a venal sin. No.
Is it rude?
Yeah, everybody sucks cock.
I think you're indirectly.
Straight women suck cock, gay guys suck cock, straight guys suck cock.
Huh? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
This guy sucks his own cock. That's what he tells me. In confidence.
All I was going to say is,
I'll answer.
all I was going to say is, if you happen to have a bad set, they will blame it on the marijuana when you might have had a bad set without it. I've seen you have bad sets.
That's a good point.
With marijuana, without marijuana.
How dare you? When did you see? What night are you talking about? I haven't had.
I like that one.
And I only get teary-eyed usually for the national anthem.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
En français.
So then people go, well, who do you want? Well, there's that one comedian. She's a comedian, and she's also a lady.
Yeah.
And then it gets...
It's more common now.
Huh?
A lot more.
It's common now.
SNL is very...
They rule.
They rule the SNL.
Look, who is bigger than Tina Fey?
She's strong.
Too big to fail. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Yes, and I bet you'd like a man great.
Are you going to give me one?
Huh?
Are you going to give me
one? No, your son would have to get it for you. What the fuck am I going to buy you a Father's Day present for?
Is Father's Day coming up?
Father's Day's next week. What is the man great, you ask?
Okay.
Huh?
Fine, I didn't, but...
You didn't ask, but you want to know... You probably know what
I know. $1 a day for one razor?
No.
I don't know why they call it dollar shave.
Huh?
$1 a month?
You know, George Clooney is engaged. Yeah. How about that, huh? He and you were sort of the modern day, huh?
I read well.
You read well? Well, read this now.
Why have you got that?
Huh? Just to,
to be on my TV show.
Performing. Huh? No, I meant by saying.
What?
I mean, here you are with a showgirl in London.
Yeah.
There must have been some love involved there.
No, she was a showgirl in Las Vegas.
Well, are you happy that CNN has fallen?
No,
I
don't want to know.
Huh? It does suck that you sleep a third of your life.
Well,
huh?
I don't like sleeping. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I say I'll be 50 in October. And ever since then, I've been gulping fistfuls of Xanax before a show.
That helps.
Oh, my God. It's helping right now.
You took a Xanax today?
Huh?
You took a Xanax?
I love everybody. You know what I mean? Without love, what do we got? I don't care if a guy's a guy, a girl, a guy, girl. I couldn't care less. I love them all.
What do you make of...
I'll have sex with any of them.
So you're the B?
Huh?
You're the B?
No, I'm a person that is so tolerant that I would have sex with an L, a G, a B, or a T. Isn't that nice? But I would not have sex with a straight person.
Paradise with your body, I don't wanna share. We're making dynamite, explosive love intentions building in the air. Yeah. So
These azaleas are coming along beautifully.
How's my pot?
What?
Huh?
Where'd you get all this surveillance equipment?
Your bedroom.
What?
Huh? Relax.
Yeah, you two. Okay, here's the situation. Now, they say that, you might want to take your headphones off to hear this.
Huh? Oh, yeah, let me take them out. They're out. I'll tell you what the kid needs is young he's...
What?
Huh? Calm down, it's not what you think.
You're saying he needs to have sex with me?
Oh, it is what you think. What a piece of shit.
My God, what are you telling us?
Huh? That I this woman.
Now listen,
J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
Huh?
Norman Lear say to that? What? I say, what would Norman Lear say to that?
Who's that?
What, your neighbors nice people? The people that live around you?
Great people. Every day I meet somebody new, you know. This city's great because of the neighborly people, you know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor, interesting story, you know, that this guy, he just moved in, you know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors,
Yeah, because, you know, so I went over to the guy, I knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know, and I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir, you know, if you don't mind me asking? You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So I says to the guy, he says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you're likely you have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married? I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around, okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example. So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? What great stuff you can learn at that
nice.
University of Science there.
And then the guy, and then get this. Get this.
There's more?
This gay guy invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism. Watch out.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning. See.
All right, fellas, we're talking. Once in here, Murphy, in a pub, and a fella walked in a lovely suit. He said, look at that suit that fella's got on. I bet that's worth a lot of money. I bet he's an accountant or something like that. No. He said he's probably an agent. Look at that suit, that's lovely. Well, a fella went in for a piss. Some of these Irish fellas went in with him. He said, we were just admiring your suit. He said, you must have a very, very good job. What do you do? He said, I'm a doctor of logic. He said, what the fuck's that? He said, I'll explain it. He said, have you got a goldfish? I have. He said, is it in a bowl? or in a pond in the garden? Not in a pond in the garden. There's 6 of them. He said, my logic now tells me, if you've got a pond, you must have a fairly big garden. He said, I have. I've got a very big garden indeed. He said, right. Now my logic tells me, if you've got a big garden, you've probably got a very big house. 3, 4 bedroom? He said, I've got a 4-bedroom house. He said, now, my logic now tells me, if you have got a 4-bedroom house, you've probably got maybe 4 or 5 children. He said, I've got 5 children. He said, my logic now tells me, if you've got 5 children, your sex life is very good. He said, it's the best. The best. He said, now, my logic now tells me, if your sex life is good, you don't masturbate. No, don't wank at all. He said, so now you see that's logic. From a goldfish, I found out that you don't wank. He said, that's fucking marvellous. Elsie, when it's happened, he's made, he said, what does he do? He said, he's a doctor of logic. He said, what's that? He said, I'll fucking explain it. He said, have you got a goldfish? He said, no. He said, you're a wanker. Now, this is good.
Are you still Canadian, or did you renounce that after 9/11?
What?
9/11. You remember what happened?
You remember 9/11?
Yeah,
Which
it
one?
rings a bell. Yeah, which one?
The one in 1911?
No, the one that where the
plane.
Where they took down the towers?
Yeah, all the stories came crashing down. You know, a lot like when we tried to write on the Norm show. We couldn't. We tried to write stories, and they'd all come crashing down.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again.
It takes forever, not forever, but it takes years of training to get a pilot's license. But it only takes a couple of minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat. And then do some, terrorist act, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I was not living because I was thinking it was going to be a terrorist.
You were worried about a terrorist act.
I was a little nervous.
Did you see Olympus Has Fallen?
No.
This week I learned, just because I masturbated to that picture of a guy falling to his death on 9/11 doesn't mean I have to share it.
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy.
Oh, 9/11.
Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11
What?
again. 9/11. I tried to tell him not to laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. And you were the guy that was laughing and joking about it, like only 4 weeks ago when I told you my story about walking ankle deep in blood and bone to try to find.
Well, that's different. That was kind of funny.
I was
Yeah, that does sound funny.
Yeah, right? I was in New York.
Blood
at
and
the
bone
time.
everywhere.
You.
This is fine. This is fine for a fella that during 9/11, was in Costa Rica partying with his friends. I was walking through the blood and the bones
So you were put off by that,
in Manhattan. A little bit.
I can't believe you wrote
I had to get new pants because of the blood and the bones.
Just now or back then?
Back then, I was ankle deep in blood and bones.
You went through the war, Norm.
Well, it was an attack on our country. you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why'd you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died
Worse.
80 years old. Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was. I know. 9/11. We're going to go to hell.
Canadian, right? Canadian, right?
Yes.
Funniest, besides you, funniest comedian to come out of Canada.
Norm MacDonald.
Norm?
Correct
that's-
answer.
We were talking
Thank
about
you.
that
Correct
before the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Love Norm.
Oh, he's so good. I mean, me doing stand-up, if you haven't heard a good comedy album lately, get me doing stand-up. That's not me, but that's the name of his
Yeah,
comedy
that's
album.
is that the one where he's in the blue shirt and the leather jacket? Is that?
I don't.
I've seen the one on.
It's
I've
one
seen
of
the special.
It's one of his more recent ones, and oh man, when he talks about like Tiger Woods and OJ and
Is that the same one? Alcoholism is the best disease.
yeah,
Is that the same
that's the one. Yeah, if you're gonna have a disease,
Yeah.
'cause you get drunk.
You should just do Norm's bits.
I should
just sit here and do Norm's bits here for.
You're both from Canada. It's the law. You can steal it. It's fine.
I think over the border, you can do whatever you want.
Have you met Norm MacDonald before? Being in the.
I got to work with Norm, and I guess I mean I hope he doesn't mind if I tell him because this is a very endearing.
Last Comic Standing.
No, I did.
Right?
I did
That
the
was
season
less-
before.
Okay.
But I got to work with him one week, and we.
What did you do?
Oh man, I watched every single set he did, and it was so cool. And we actually got. You know what? I already got into the story, so I got to tell it. But
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to get high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't really get high before shows, but afterwards, cool. And
Sure.
he's like, no, now.
Well, when Norm MacDonald says now,
right?
You say yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he goes and hands me the joint, and I was like, okay. And then he hands it back for a second hit, and I was like, no thanks. And he goes, what's your problem? And I go, well, I'm just worried I'm going to repeat a joke, and I still have to go up and bring you up because the opener was on,
right?
And I was hosting. So I still have to go up there and bring you up, and I just don't. I already did some jokes earlier, and I just don't want to tell the same joke again. And he goes, "That's insane. You're an idiot. Smoke this." and so I smoked it, and then we go inside, and I'm so high. I go, "I'm just going to bring you up. I'm not going to do any time. I'm just going to bring you up." And he's like, "No, do a couple minutes." And I go, "No, please, just let me just bring you up." And he goes, "No, do 5 minutes." This guy's doing really well. Give me, take a little,
Sure.
do a little time in between.
you need a little buffer between comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, okay. So I went up there and I was so high, I was like, I don't even remember what I said in the first half of my set. So I'm just going to tell jokes that I haven't told in years. And when I told a joke,
So you told the audience, you let the audience in on the fact that you had been.
no, the audience didn't know.
They didn't
So
know.
I would just tell.
Okay. Oh, so you just said that to yourself. I'm just going to do jokes I haven't done in 5 years.
Yes, and I walked on stage and I would tell a joke, and then I would watch the audience, and if they laughed, I would relax and go, okay, that one down. And I did that the whole set. It was horrible. I was so stressed out, and then I just said, ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald. And I look over to my right, and there he is walking the opposite way. and the feature turned him around and pointed him to the stage.
Over here, Norm.
That's
Norm.
how high we got by accident.
By accident, like you tripped on a joint. But I mean,
I love the peer pressure from Norm, though. That's awesome. It's like a high school and middle school all over again.
And he's my hero, so
Yeah.
I just, for me, I was a little worried about him. But then he walked on stage and he opened it up with this great bit, and he was crushing.
Right.
He was destroying, and then he got the light, and then he started to wrap it up, and he started to tell the joke he opened with, and I started to freak out. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And the audience thought it was a joke. They thought he was being Norm.
Sure.
But when he delivered the punchline, and it was the same punchline, they realized he had just forgotten his joke, and they didn't laugh. They felt a little betrayed, and he walked off stage in complete confusion. And
that bit usually kills.
And then the feature goes, "You told the same joke twice, you idiot." And he goes, "No." And then he looks at me and he goes, "This is your fault." And I never got to work with him again. That was the last time I worked with Norm.
But you know what? With Norm MacDonald, though, that's Norm. He's so irreverent that
you'd almost expect it.
He can do that.
Yeah.
And all this, that's a bit in itself. I mean, look at the cauliflower joke he did on the roast of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
That bit, he purposely went up there on that roast and bombed on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was genius.
Yeah.
I saw your show 3 times over the last 2 days. The third time, last night, I was watching you, and in my mind, I was going, did he say that already this show, or was that the show before? And so does it ever get muddled in your mind?
Well, it gets muddled that I change the order all the time.
Yeah, you do that. But
sometimes I think of stuff as I'm talking too, and so then it becomes something else all the time. But do you mean, do I think that, did I say this during the set itself?
Yeah.
Yes, I've thought that before. But I've thought that I used to think that when I did 2 or 3 shows in a row and
on the same night.
On the same night, yeah, and I had my set list because I mix myself up all over the place. I definitely go, oh my gosh, did I say that, or did I? Something occurs to me and then it reoccurs, and then I go back to the first point, and then, yeah, sometimes I get confused as to, that's a scary feeling.
Have you ever repeated yourself?
I think I've repeated myself, because sometimes you can hear like a sort of a chitter, you know?
A murmur.
A murmur that
goes
sounds
through the
different
crowd.
than a laughter. And then what I do is I try to just repeat everything as if I intended to. That's my default position.
Genius.
And there was a story you had told about your father and Bill Cosby on David Letterman. Do you think you could share that with us here right now?
I remember that. Yeah, that was when I opened for Bill Cosby.
Right.
You want me to tell you the story?
Yeah, tell the story. It was terrific.
No, I opened for Bill Cosby at this college. So there's 100,000 people at the college. You know, it's the University of Oklahoma. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, for sure. Like 100,000 people to see your show, Norm, or just?
No, to see Bill Cosby.
Oh, to see Bill Cosby.
I was opening for him.
Oh, okay.
So, it's a football stadium, you know? So they have this little tiny, stage, you know, and so I went up there, and I had my suit on and everything, and then I talked, and no one laughed. They were all just talking to each other. I don't think they even noticed me on stage, you know? And they didn't mind that I was on stage, but they... They didn't boo or anything. I don't even think they saw me. So I finished my thing, and then I got off, and Bill Cosby came up, and he was wearing, and he talks just in little. He talks he doesn't use full sentences. So he said, "Why?" I was wearing a suit. He goes, "Why this suit? You know, suit," or something like that. So I said, "No, I was trying to show the respect." You know, Bill Cosby goes, "College, wear the sweatshirt and the pants," you know. So he just had a sweat suit on, you know. So, anyways, he says, this shows you how good Cosby is. He's he was asking the girl, from the student union or wherever. He goes, "What's going on here?" You know. So she goes, "Well, next week we're playing Tulsa, and it's a big game, you know." So then he goes on stage and he goes. We're playing Oklahoma State. He goes, "Oklahoma State!" So everyone cheers, right? Then he goes, "Tulsa!" Then everyone boos. And then he says it slower. He goes, "Oklahoma State!" Then everyone goes crazy. He goes, "Tulsa!" Tulsa! He does this like 6 times, and the audience is going insane by the end of it, like cheering and booing. And then at the end he goes, next week I'll be playing Tulsa, and I'll be doing that bit in reverse. Then he laughs, everyone laughs. So then they loved him. You know, they didn't even notice I was on stage. And so anyway, then the show ends. And then I'm talking to him, and I was telling him, because when I grew up, my dad and I would listen to Bill Cosby albums. He would love Bill Cosby, my dad. So I said, my dad loves you. He goes, where's your dad live? And I said, Ottawa. He goes, Ottawa. And then he turns to his manager guy that was with him, and he goes, Maury, aren't we playing in Ottawa? When? I thought the schedule... So then the guy goes, yeah. He goes, we're doing it in August. He goes, yes, take the man's name down, and we will. And so then he says, I will meet with your father, take him back, and we will speak. And I will put him in the front, because he will like to be, and then after. And so just put the number down on the paper. So then, like, go to write the number down, and it occurs to me that my father's dead. So, but I don't want to say that to Bill Cosby, you know. So I just write down any fucking number. Like I just write the area code and then 7 digits. So that's the story. So then later, like a couple of months go by, and this also shows you like the power of like a guy like Bill Cosby. I was doing some lame thing on the Drew Carey show, you know, I was supposed to be a lawyer or something for one episode of the Drew Carey show. So I'm on the Drew Carey show. I'm rehearsing, and the lady runs up and she goes, "Bill Cosby's on the phone." You know. So I go, "What?" So I go and I answer the phone, and it's there, I swear. It's Bill Cosby. So I go, "Hello?" He goes, "Your father does not answer at the phone." I phoned the number, and the phone rang, and then another voice came that was a machine, and it was a person saying that the number was not used by a person and all this, you know. So I'm like, instead of just telling him, I just said, "No, that's the number." That was all. I didn't know. It was impossible for me to say. But so anyway, that's the story. And then I told that story on Letterman once, and I guess Cosby saw it. And then the next day, this was when I was working at Saturday Night Live. The next day, I went to my office, and there was like 300 like things of flowers. There was flowers like everywhere in my office. And then and then about 5 days later, like I found there was a little tiny card on one of the flowers, and it said, I hate to be the one to break. I'm doing his voice, but it said, "I hate to be the one to break it to you, but your father is long since dead." So that's the story. God damn, that was a long story.
But it was good. It was good. Have you had any contact with Dr. Cosby since then, Norm?
The doctor, yeah, Dr. William H. Cosby, E.D.
Yeah, that's him.
No, I've never talked to Bill Cosby since then. But I love that guy.
That's so amazing.
And it was a great impression too. If I don't mind saying that, really, are we going to see lots of impressions from you when you're here in Calgary? And
oh yeah, no.
Little one, you've been away so long, and I need you now more than forever. More than forever.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And then I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then Did he rape you? He didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
The last time I saw him was at the Comedy Store, and he was uncharacteristically emotional.
Yeah.
Like when we parted company, he was. And there's a picture of me and him and like the back of Chris Rock said, I put it in my special. That picture that's in the end of the closer was the last time that I saw him. Wow. And he stood there. He came up, he stood behind me. I looked, he said, hey, he looked up. And I realized he was posing for the picture in hindsight. Like a gift.
That's nice.
It was a very fitting goodbye.